I think we can all agree that this film traumatized a whole generation because those friggin' log trucks. Ugh.
The Review Warrior.
So Final Destination 2 was directed by David R. Ellis and it stars Ali Larter, AJ Cook and Michael Landis. In Final Destination 2, death is stalking Kimberly Corman and multiple survivors of a deadly highway accident. Now before I get into what I think about Final Destination 2, I bet you're all wondering, where the hell is your review for Final Destination 1, the film that started the whole franchise? Well, it's over on my Instagram. The link will be in the description below. You can read it there if you want to. And I thought since Final Destination Bloodlines is almost here, I might as well review the rest of the Final Destination films. Starting with the second one on my YouTube. So, what did I think about this film? In my opinion, I know it didn't get many good reviews when it first came out. The reviews on IMDb are kind of lackluster. On Rotten Tomatoes, I don't think many people gave it love. Well, as much love as it deserves. But in my opinion, I think Final Destination 2 is the best out of the Final Destination films. And here's why. Starting off with the cast, we have Ali Larter returning as Clear Rivers. She was one of the survivors in the Flight 180 accident in the first film. And it's good to see her back in the role as Clear Rivers, because in Final Destination 2, she's kind of traumatized after what happened to all of the people, you know, like Carter, Billy, Alex. I think after what happened in the first film, she's kind of like Sarah in Jumanji, you know, kind of traumatized by all the events that happened. And for good reason, because I would be traumatized as hell. But it was good to see Ali Larter back as Clear Rivers, like I said before. She kind of brings this troubled character. She's pretty believable when you see her as this, like, troubled, traumatized woman. She's seen it all. She knows what death is all about, you know, trying to go after all these people who cheat him. And this time we have AJ Cook playing the role as Kimberly, who sees the highway accident happen before it happens. And when she kind of sees everything as it happens, you know, sees the log truck going by, turns on the radio, hears Highway to Hell, you know, she goes, come on, Highway to Hell, Highway to Hell. Shit. I think she's a better character than Alex from the first film. No offense to Devon Sawa, honestly. But I think AJ Cook is a much better character as Kimberly. She's good in her role. And I've got to give a shout out to Michael Landis as Officer Burke, who kind of goes along with her. You know, he believes her instantly. Well, he's kind of hesitant at first, but then he starts believing her, which is good for the character, you know, because we're not the only ones who feel sorry for her, you know. And this film wouldn't be complete without Tony Todd playing Mr. Bloodworth again. He's kind of this character who knows all the red herrings, everything that's going on with death. He knows what goes on when you cheat death. And he's very mysterious. Every film he's in, every other Final Destination films he's in, he's very mysterious. Tony Todd does a terrific job playing out the mysticism of what's going on with death, the plans, all that stuff. He's good in these films. And with every Final Destination film, there is always the premonition, the deaths. They're grisly as hell in this one. And like I said in my intro, this is the film that traumatized a whole generation of people. They know to move out of the way when they see a log truck driving down the road. They're like, nope, hell to that, screw that. And it's like with the promotional material for Final Destination Bloodlines, they kind of brought back the log truck and traumatized a whole lot of people again, which I think is funny. I know this is probably going to be a spoiler for those who haven't seen Final Destination 2 yet, but the film's been out for 22 years. It doesn't matter now. From the opening death, when Evan climbing out of his apartment, ladder in his eye, I was just like, oh, god damn. All the deaths in this film are grisly. I think another bit that kind of traumatized a lot of people with this film was the bit in the dentist when Tim is having the filling. When you see the toy fish land in his mouth and the oxygen tank turning off. Oh, dude, even talking about it scares the shit out of me. Now, if there was any gripes with Final Destination 2, I will say that Basically the same as what I said with Final Destination 1. It does kind of slow down in a couple of scenes. I can see why it slows down, you know, to kind of get to know the characters before anything happens to them. I think that's probably why they tried making it shorter with the Final Destination in 2009. But I'll get to that review, don't you worry. But apart from that, I think that's the only gripe I have. I like Final Destination 2, so what?
Verdict time.
So in the end, Final Destination 2 is the best one in my opinion. It has a lot of cool deaths, a lot of grisly ones. I love the premonition. I love the acting. So apart from the times when it slows down a bit, I think this is a pretty good sequel. So with that being said, I'm going to give Final Destination 2 a B+.
You died.
So Final Destination 2, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or out of all of the Final Destination films, which one is your favourite? Whether it's number 1, number 2, number 3, somehow number 4, number 5, or if you've seen it, Final Destination Bloodlines. Whatever it is, comment below. Let me know what your favourite Final Destination film is. I've been the Review Warrior. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all in my review for Final Destination 3. See you next time.
Thanks for watching the review. Any recommendations, just comment below and let me know. Remember to like and subscribe.